Perfect.
And also I see, looks like Kim and Will, your mics are still on. Just as a good rule of thumb, we'll keep those microphones muted until you're called on. And I've got nothing else. So we can wait for Jack and you're good to go.
Okay, thank you, Jason. We'll wait just a little bit more to see if Jack logs in. Micah, did you get a chance to talk with Jack a little bit yesterday about what we're doing today? You're muted.
Of course I am. Yes, we talked a couple of days ago after I sent out the email to the trustees.
Good. Everybody all ready for the holidays?
Yes.
All right.
I will be Christmas Eve at 11 o'clock.
I'm with Diane. I was aiming for like 1 in the morning is always what I'm hoping for. Like, you know, sometime before morning.
Always a good plan, Ursula.
Hey, did anyone else read the Flathead Beacon article about Jack?
Yes, it was a great article. And I loved the photo that went with it.
Well, I'm showing 403. Do we want to get started?
Yeah, I think we will get started. And
One
Jack
last
can-
question, the article about Jack about his skating career or about his being on the board?
about skating, about collapsing on the ice.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so I have 4:02. I'm going to call this meeting to order. I'm using a virtual gavel. Let's stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of
United
the United
States.
States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad that we could all make it today. This should be a quick meeting. Our only action item today is our business director hire. Micah, do you want to tell us about that?
Absolutely. And as is shown on your screen, we had a 10-member search committee that screened applicants for the business director position. We had 12 applications. We narrowed that down to a pool of 4 finalists, and we are recommending hiring Lacey Porovechio. Lacey has been the business manager at Big Fork Public Schools for the last 8 years. And served as an assistant in the business office prior to that. Has a lot of experience and is also MASBO certified as a school business official. She also serves as the Region 1 director for Montana, so that's our Northwest region, and is also serves as a mentor for training and leading new clerks in the position. So we're excited to have Lacey. One of the things that she mentioned in her interview that I think caught our attention was just her excitement about joining Kalispell Public Schools and all the great things that we have going on here. And so we felt good about that. And then you can see on the financial implications that we're recommending that she be placed on step 3 of the central office salary matrix, which puts her gross salary at $116,861. And then all the other benefits and things that are listed in the addendum of the contract will be consistent with the other administrative contracts. So if she elects to take health insurance through the district, she'll have the $9,160 contribution, just like myself or anybody else in the district. Her 403B will start at 1%, being consistent with what we did this year for all of our administrators, and then mileage and all those other things are included in that as well. So I am looking for a motion.
Are there any questions before we have a motion?
No, I don't have.
Becca, your hand is up.
Yeah. So besides our last business director and clerk, really did a really great job of look ahead and making sure that we were on track, not just for how much was in bank accounts and that we weren't overdrawing, but what we want to be doing in 5 years and 3 years and 1 year, and making sure that we're on track for that. Do you have confidence that Lacey will be as on top of this sort of detail?
Yes, I do. That was one of the interview questions was, what information would you need to gather and to project a 3-year budget outlook for the Board of Trustees?
Lance?
Micah, can you clarify the mileage? Is the mileage just business related or is it the daily commute?
It's business related, so it's travel in district.
Thank you.
Yep.
Ursula?
I was just wondering how this salary compares with the same position at other AA schools.
She would be on the very low end of the other AA schools, but it's also a pretty significant jump from where she's at. I talked a little bit about, some potential for what that could look like in the future. You may see an advocacy from me to jump her maybe 2 steps in a subsequent contract to start bringing her up to par with the other schools. It is a jump to go from class A, class B size school to a class AA. But also, there's a lot more responsibility that comes with that as well. A lot of moving parts.
Scott?
Micah, do you know, can she still remain the Region 1 director coming to KPS, or does she have to resign that position?
No, she does not have to resign that position. And actually Denise Williams, who is the MASBO director, and Lacey is, that Region 1 director sits on the MASBO board, interviewed for the position. And when I called her to let her know that she wasn't the finalist, she said, well, can Lacey still be the Region 1 director? They're short on leadership in that organization, and Lacey is a great leader for them. So I said I would not stand in her way. That's her decision.
Has she talked to you about that, wanting to maintain that position?
We have not talked about that at this point.
I have another question, Micah. Did you look at potential start dates since you're looking at taking someone away from Big Fork?
Yeah, so in my conversation with Lacey, she has a potential on-site start date of January 17th, which is great for us. But once she's approved by the board, she'll have email and we will get her all the access that she needs to our system so that she can start working for the district as soon as she's approved by the board. So she plans to take some steps and do some research and start digging into our budgets and different things so that when she gets here, she can hit the ground running.
Rebecca?
As we've seen from our last 2 clerks, the difference in communicational style and belief in what should and how it should be communicated to the board differs greatly. Do you have any feel for what her feelings are on how and what to communicate with the board?
Yeah, she said that she would keep her cards very close to her chest, would not be sharing a whole lot of information. I'm just kidding, Rebecca. She's going to be
Oh, good.
She's going to keep the board in the dark, all the things that we would hope. No, she will. She's a great communicator. And I think any information that the board would like, I think she's going to be more than willing to provide that information.
And Rebecca, during the interview, I was very impressed because she would give very specific things about how she wanted to go around to the different schools and get to know people outside of the central office building, which was really nice. She even asked Delia, for her recommendations. I was very impressed with that end of it.
But again, about that long-term sort of look ahead, it wasn't so much budgeting. It was saying, keep in mind, if you spend this money, then you would have to pass a bond. It was that sort of look ahead of like, where are our grants coming in? You know, what that sort of communication is what I'm trying to dive at is, yeah, that sort of look ahead, keep aware of all the different, you know, balls in the air and clear communication with the board at the time, like saying, you know, yeah, if you okay this, then remember that this is coming. Your nod means you feel good about that, Micah?
Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure if there was a question in that, Rebecca. I didn't know if that was just a comment or, I feel very comfortable. You know, talking with Lacey's references, which included Paul Sandry, who is the chair of the board, has worked with her the entire time she's been there. People said absolutely nothing but positive things about her and her role as a business clerk.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't see any other hands up. Is somebody comfortable making a motion?
So this is Will. I'll move to hire Lacey Porovechio as the business director and clerk for the remainder of 2021-2022 contract year and place her on step 3 of the central office salary matrix.
Thank you, Will. Is there a second?
So I'll second that.
Was that Scott?
Yes, it was.
Okay, thank you. It's been moved and seconded. Any further deliberations? Seeing none, all in favor, please say. Unmute
I think
yourself.
you're going to
And
have to do a roll call, Sue.
yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Actually, can we just say, is anybody opposed to it? No, we can't do that.
That
Okay.
would have been easy.
Okay, so we'll do a roll call vote. So Heather,
Aye.
Ursula,
Aye.
Diane,
Aye.
Kim,
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
Scott,
Aye.
Lance,
Aye.
Rebecca,
I
Will,
Aye.
I vote aye. Did I get everybody? Okay, any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Okay.
have a great break, everybody.
We have to have time for public comment.
Yeah, we have to comment and then we have to adjourn.
I see nobody in no public in attendance. So is there a motion to adjourn?
I, Ursula, move that we adjourn.
Is there a second?
This is
Second.
Kim. I say aye.
Okay, thank you, Ursula and Kim, all in favor. Say aye. I'm not doing a roll call.
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously. Have a very Merry Christmas, everyone, and we'll see you in January.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Oh, way quick. That was way quick.
Mhm.
Yeah, quit.